You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Alexis begging, Lulu breaking the law again, and Tracy making some demands. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. We've got predictions for Tracy and Jason, for Emma and Jocelyn, for Lulu and Dante, for Alexis and Rick, and also for Professor Dalton and Brennan. If you're not following, please click subscribe. Let's dive right in. Our very first prediction, Tracy asks Jason to find her great-grandson. On Monday, spoilers have Tracy giving a mission to Jason, and on Friday, Tracy is reassuring Brook Lynn Quartermaine. So Tracy is determined to find Brook Lynn's son, who is her great-grandson. She is not getting anywhere with Lois, and soon she has this mission for Jason. Tracy knows Jason has connections and ways of finding people, so she may ask him to use his mob resources or Spinelli to track down BLQ's son. And if Jason puts Spinelli on the job, there's a very good chance he will find Tracy's great-grandson. If so, imagine their shock when he turns out to be in Port Charles, and Tracy will be floored to find out it's Gio, the kid she already likes and who Tracy already told she wishes was a Q. And just by the way, the reason I think this might be more about BLQ and the kid is because the other big thing Tracy's on about is running Sonny off the piers, and she knows Jason's not going to help with that. If Spinelli finds out that Gio is BLQ's son, the reveal that he is hers and Dante's might be coming sooner rather than later. On Friday, Tracy is reassuring Brook Lynn, and it may be that she is going to find her son for her. Or Tracy's reassurance may be that she got Lulu to back off, since Tracy has a stern chat with her former stepdaughter on Monday, but Lulu is not going to back off. She already has a theory. It's Gio. So it might be a race to see who gets the info first, Jason or Lulu. And of course, Jason may tell Tracy, no, I'm not going to do what you want, but he does want to stay on her good side. So we'll see if Jason accepts the mission and if it's a mission impossible or possible. Our second prediction, Emma is furious with Jocelyn. So on Monday, spoilers have Emma getting bad news, and she looks like she's talking to the professor saying something's really wrong here. And also on Monday, it looks like that's when Dalton tells Jocelyn that there's one condition, and Tuesday spoilers have Jocelyn making a promise. So on Monday, of course, Emma's going to be thrown when she gets the bad news. Clearly, Jocelyn did a really good job corrupting that data, so Dalton is not going to be impressed with what Emma delivered. That's going to cost her the shot at the assistantship. And I'm sure she's going to insist to Dalton that her data model was perfect, but bottom line, Emma turned in a corrupt file, so Dalton's probably going to be less than impressed. Also on Monday is when Jocelyn's meeting with Professor Hank, so it looks like he may choose Jocelyn for the assistant position. If so, Emma's going to be very angry at the professor, at Joss, at whatever happened with her data, because Emma was counting on that position to expose Hank's animal testing on higher mammals that she thinks is cruel. And of course, Emma wants to stop it. That was tied back to the whole situation in San Francisco we found about. And this is happening right after Joss and Emma finally started to get along. And any chance of them being friends after this may be ruined unless she can find a way to cover for it. But this is Jocelyn's first WSB mission, and she's not going to disappoint Brennan. But I also expect Emma won't back down off looking into what Hank Dalton is up to, and she might compromise Joss's mission, or Emma could figure out that Joss is up to something. I think it'll be really interesting if Emma realizes that her data was good and then her flash drive went missing and Joss was the one who conveniently found it, and then all of a sudden that data is corrupt. That is pretty dodgy, right? So Our third prediction, Lulu runs a secret paternity test. This is the law-breaking thing because you can't just do that without people's consent. Probably won't stop her if she does this. On Monday, Tracy may tell Lulu to back off the adoption article and leave BLQ in peace. And on Tuesday, Carly is warning Lulu. And on Friday, spoilers say Lulu is on the hunt. So BLQ and Dante's secret kid is an obsession that Lulu can't let go of, especially now that she suspects it is Gio. And Lulu is determined to find out. And that's why last week she was grilling Ned on Lois's touring and where BLQ was in her last year of high school when she knows she was pregnant and giving birth. And Ned clearly doesn't know about any of that. So really, the easiest way for Lulu to find out for sure is just to secretly snag some DNA samples. She could try to get one from Dante and from Gio and run a paternity test on them. But even easier than that, Lulu could just take her son Rocco's toothbrush and grab Gio's from the Q house, their brothers, if her suspicions are accurate. And this may be why Lulu is on the hunt on Friday, despite Carly warning her on Tuesday. She told Lulu several times, do not blow up Dante's life. Carly said it'll change Lulu's life forever, likely not for the better. But we all know she won't listen to Carly or Tracy or Laura, and Lulu may jump straight to letting science tell her if things are true or not. Hopefully, if she tests Gio against Dante or Rocco and it's a match, Lulu will go to BLQ and not straight to Dante. Lulu may give Brook Lynn the chance to come clean to Dante and for them to take it to Gio themselves before she exposes her, because let's face it, there's no way that Lulu's going to keep her mouth shut if she gets proof. And if BLQ doesn't tell Dante, then Lulu will. Our fourth prediction, Alexis pleads with Ric. So on Wednesday, spoilers have Alexis trying to get the upper hand. On Thursday, Ric receives an offer. And on Thursday, Christina is doing damage control. Those are official spoilers. Now, last week, if you've seen all the episodes, Alexis was absolutely appalled that Ric and Ava demanded double the blackmail payments. They each want the same cut from the Cassadine estate, or they'll send Christina to jail for attempted murder and ruin things with Molly. Alexis is worried she can't cover up stealing that much and that she'll be caught. She promised Ric and Ava if she goes down, she's taking them down with her. With Alexis trying to get the upper hand on Wednesday, it may be about Ric and Ava. Now, Alexis knows she cannot reason with Ava because she thinks Christina's a murderous lunatic out to get her, and Ava's not exactly wrong about that, but Alexis may think she can talk sense to Ric about trying to rein in Ava and lower these demands. Alexis may plead with Ric for them to stick to the level that Alexis hopes she can get away with stealing. Christina may find out about the blackmail, though, because GH spoilers say that she's doing damage control, and the main thing that she would have to do damage control about is Ric and Ava and cutting the brake line. So Christina may try to get Ava and Ric to stop blackmailing Alexis, stop punishing her mom for what she did. We are getting much closer to Christina's bad deed going public. Our fifth and final prediction, Professor Hank Dalton's research is mind control, and the WSB wants Joss to steal it. As I mentioned above in the Joss and Emma predictions, there's a lot of action in the storyline this week. Brennan is talking about Hank Dalton's research being something the WSB is interested in, and I doubt Brennan wants to shut down what he's doing, but he may want to steal it and use it for WSB purposes. Emma said Dalton was engaged in unethical and illegal practices using higher mammals like dogs and monkeys and cats, stuff like that. Those are animals, by the way, that government agencies use when experimenting with drugs and sometimes psychological stuff. The WSB loves mind control stuff. They used it on Dante. They've used it in the past. The Cassadines like it. Victor Cassadine was once head of the WSB. He was big into it. That was part of what they did to Drew. So this might ultimately be why Brennan wants Jocelyn looking into Hank's research. He may want her to steal it for some super soldier type stuff, but would Joss agree to give it to them if she finds out what Dalton is up to and finds it objectionable? And also, if you haven't heard, sad news, Denise Alexander, who played Laura Spencer's mother, Leslie Weber, passed away at the age of 85. She actually died on March 5th, but the news of her death was just released and confirmed. I would expect a tribute card at the end of an episode this coming week, and we may be getting a Leslie Weber death storyline, or maybe not, because GH may decide to put it off or not do it anytime soon because she's so rarely seen. It's been 4 years ago. It was like 2021 when Leslie showed up to demand Cyrus stay away from his half-sister, Laura, and that's the last time we saw her. God rest her soul.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.